here. Come on, there we go. Just a little. There we go. All right. All right. Yeah, I like this style. I saw online on how to get this thing fired up. A little of this in there too, to get to the bottom. So, kind of getting the hang of this, getting a little bit more efficient, for sure. Come on, stay in there. All right, so the camera's still playing. Some lit. There we go. All right. All right. All right, so let's take all this stuff in here. Put this in. This in. Alright. Grab this. Put this in. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do today, it's quite windy out, so hopefully you can kind of see this. So we're going to take this brood and we're going to add it to the top of that one to give the queen more space to lay. And then I'm going to put an empty one of these, if you can see it, an empty one of those on top. Again, my bee guy came by and said continue to feed them sugar water, so I took that off the other day, so I got to put it back on. And so here we go. My fire's kind of dying here a little bit. Make sure it doesn't die. so first things first, off comes the lid, then the top cover. Man, I don't see any bees. Huh. I don't know how well you can see in here, but I don't see any bees in here. Well, there they all are. So again, I'm going to take this off the top. I was told to always remove this stuff. Get that off of there. Don't want them building out there. Alright, so there's all the bees again. Get my little smoke up here. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the top. Hopefully you can see it. Got all my frames in there. These are brand new frames. All right, and you want these to be evenly spaced. So here's a frame, just a basic, you know, frame that hasn't been built out, obviously brand new. And we're gonna put this here so the queen can lay more eggs from the bottom, because again, it was getting filled, so you want to give them more space to lay more eggs to get a bigger beehive colony, and if it's bigger, it's stronger. All right, now I'm going to put the queen excluder on. I'll put it this way. Again, we don't want the queen getting out of that area. All right, now I'm going to put this back on. And this is again where they lay honey. So I'm just curious to see how this is going. Again, I checked yesterday, but it's always kind of fun to check. A whole lot of nothing going on in here. I'd be really careful not to overdo this. All right. All right, so again, nice and evenly spaced. Now I'm going to straighten this out. Got to get it nice and straight. Make sure all the pieces are where they should be. Put this on top. Wait a minute, almost forgot it. Wrong order. Put this on top. All right. Put this on top. Again, hopefully you can see that I'm going to stick the sugar water right over that hole, so the sugar water can drip through there and they can have some more food. So I had to get a smaller one because it didn't quite fit. Make sure it's coming out. There we go. Okay. All right, so there's the sugar water. Now that's a small container for sugar water. I should be using a 16-ounce one. That's just, I believe, an 8-ounce one. So I need to check it and refill it more often. But again, I soon should be able to get rid of that, because the colony will be big enough and there'll be plenty of nectar and pollen for them to get, that I won't have to keep feeding them. But my bee guy said keep it on there, so got that. Put the lid back on. All right, I'm gonna cover this up. Put rocks on here so nothing tries to get in or break it or anything else. So here, let's see if I can. So what we have here is, on the bottom is a brood where the queen spends most of her time just laying eggs, pretty much is what she does. And the worker bees coming in and out, you can see them there. I removed this entrance block. It was a small entrance, so only a few could get in and out, and you leave it like that, so when the hive is new, they have to defend that opening to predators. So if it's a small opening, they have less of an area to defend. And when they get stronger, you know, you can open it up to this other setting here, or you just leave it all the way open when they're strong enough. And again, the bee expert guy told me it's good to take that off for now, so I took it off. I'm just gonna leave it right here. So we got a brood, we got another brood. This second one here, if you can see me pointing to it, is completely new, and the goal is for the queen to travel up there and continue to lay her larvae up there, and then the other worker bees do their thing with pollen and nectar and honey. And then up here on this third one is where all the honey stores should be. And then for right now, this top fourth one is empty, meaning there's no frames in it, but there's just that sugar water in there to provide some extra food for them as they're working away. So that was pretty painless. So I'm gonna get out of here. And there you have it. Here's Wilson. Wilson's always there. Come here, buddy. Wilson. Good boy. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, pal. All right, let's go in. Job done. Well, hopefully that video came out well, and you can see. Again, it's still difficult to kind of get the angle of the camera when it's on my head to be aiming at what I want to aim it to, because I got to look at what I'm doing, but then the camera, there's different angles I can set it at, so I haven't quite figured that out yet. All right, into the fire pit it goes. I can just burn itself out in there. And in we go. Leave that out just a little bit longer to cool down. Piece of cake. All right. I didn't even check to see if there's bees on this suit, but there weren't a lot flying around. So.